This is a 2014 Mini One 1.2 3-cylinder petrol with a 100 brake horsepower engine and a 6-speed manual gearbox. We're going to look at why the jet washers won't work on the front and the rear. BMW hinted that it might be the filter at the bottom of the water reservoir, so we're going to check that out. Unloosen the wheel using a 17mm impact socket and a power bar. Once the wheel is off, we need to take out this inner liner here, and this is secured by these retainer clips here. There's 4 of them, and this is how they work. You get something in there, not too sharp, but just something that'll pop that in a bit loose there, and then you can get a screwdriver in behind there just to unloosen it, and then it'll come out. That's it.
Used to get dirty.
Yeah. Once this part's loose, we can then go ahead and take away the rest of the inner bit. To get into the fiddly parts, just use an extension between the socket and the ratchet. Next one is there. If you're strong like me, you should just be able to take it without the ratchet. There's also a popper thing there which has to come off. And this is a different type of popper. Remember, don't throw these away because we'll need to put them back on. Now peel the wheel arch liner out from the wheel arch. Just the front half will do. So now we can see into the wheel arch, and you can see this is the fog light. Just move up there. That's the headlight. You do have access holes to these, so if you were to change your fog light or your headlights, you don't actually have to take this whole inner liner off. But we're more interested in this part here. This is the washer bottle. This is the washer bottle reservoir. Remove that there. Get that out of the way. You see this white part here? Push that way as you bring the pump out, and then pull upwards at the same time. There's a little rubber stopper there which needs to come out. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
So we'll just let that drain. This is normal, this. Don't drink it. And this is the offending item. You can see all the gunk in there. That should be clear. I'll just need to get rid of all this rubbish in here. I'm going to put apply some pressure now. And now you can start to see the wire mesh part, now that the gunk's been taken off. Now you can see what it looks like when it's clean. This is how it should be. And now we just need to put this back in. Now what we're doing is just refill the system with water and let it flush out to get any rubbish out the system. I don't know if you can see that, but every so often there will be a bit of rubbish just comes out there. That's good, because that's the stuff that's been blocking the filter in the first place. So now we just need to put this filter back in. So to do that, we'll just pop that in. Give it a good push back in. Now this here will now go back in. And again, just pull that white bit of plastic, this bit here, back while you put it in. Clamps onto that white bit there, but it's too slack. So what I'm going to do is just press that in. It's corroded there, as you can see. Just until it gets a hold. There we go. Before we put the inner liner on, we're just going to check this all works first. So we're going to top up the water reservoir. Obviously there should be no more leaks now. That will put the pump assembly back together. Yay! Again, success. Now that we know the jet washers are all working front and rear, we can go ahead and put the wheel arch liners back in. Just a little tip, we found it easier to take this bit off and actually put it on the inner part first before we put the whole wheel arch liner back in. It seems to be a lot easier than putting the wheel arch liner back into this bit, because these bits here are a real pain to reattach. put the plug back in the hole. Now put the 8mm screws back in. These only need to be finger tight, as they are just very small screws. You don't want to over tighten them or round them in any way. Say rotation, if you have if your rotational mass